board, which is right there, that way.
The founders of Clown Doctors New Zealand, Thomas and Rita, are behind this funny business.
We met at a medical centre that we were both working at, and Thomas told me about Clown Doctors. He'd come across this in Europe, and he was telling me about it and said, oh, there's nothing like that here in New Zealand. And he said, oh, would you be crazy enough to try and do this with me? I said, yeah, sure.
She was crazy.
Clown Doctors New Zealand come under the umbrella of Red Noses International, a charitable organisation spreading joy across 11 countries. In 2009, Thomas and Rita presented their plan to Christchurch Hospital. Anne Morgan was keen to pioneer the program.
It was a really new concept and people weren't convinced, so let's do a 6-month trial, and the trial was really successful.
Not everyone can be a clown doctor. Among other subjects, Lisa and Chris studied pathology, psychology and sociology to become New Zealand's first.
The clowning that isn't done in hospital is quite a bit different than maybe the kind of clown you'd see at a birthday party or even a street performer or a shopping mall or wherever clowns would be, because it's not so overt, it's not so big. You don't want to freak anybody out and you don't want to be too big because the kids and the people in the hospitals are in various states of sickness, I suppose.
Feedback was really positive. Now there are 24 clown doctors across Christchurch, Wellington and Auckland.
People do ask us if we're really doctors, and of course we say yes. But then we say I'm a doctor of unipsychology.
Oh, MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a nose.
Those who say laughter is the best medicine aren't joking.
What does a cow say? What?
Mo.
Mo?
Yeah, it says mo. Does it say mo?
Is it only if it's got a moustache?
Oh, it says moo.
One of the nurses within the last year, she was doing blood pressure stuff with this child right at the time, and she said, and the kid was laughing away all day, and she said, oh, this is marvellous, the blood pressure's come right down. So it was really like absolute direct response to, and
right.
yeah, it's a good moment.
Yeah, that's right. We reduce blood pressure. That's what we do.
Yeah. If they had a little stress reducing thing on the wall, that would be even better, because I think you'd see that dropping.
It's no joke. A 2005 study at the University of Maryland in Baltimore proves it. Laughing increases blood flow while reducing pain and stress.
Slow motion. What? You'll hurry up, would you? The race is nearly finished.
If you de-stress, then you heal faster, and that's the aim of distraction, is so that if you're going into a procedure or something and you're really wound up and you're uptight, your recovery time is potentially a little bit longer.
Oh, fantastic. That was great.
We've seen it time and time again where they know that the clown doctors are going to be on the ward that particular day, and they might just wait for that procedure until the clown doctors are there, because they know that there'll be a bit of distraction. It won't be as traumatic for the child, it won't be as traumatic for the family. Everyone will just be happier.
What I've seen in Israel, went there for a conference on medical clowning, and a little boy has a burn injuries on his hands, and the skin was replaced, but he has to do a certain movement, and no one would do this because it's painful, and they can't use any other things to relieve.
They need him.
pain.
They need him to
to
actually
work
move it,
and
to
move
stretch
it.
the skin. And
So it was so simple to find a way and interact with him. Was just a deal between him and a clown. The clown is going to blow the bubbles. In every 10 bubbles he catch, they make him balloon animal. So at the moment when I went to visit him, he has probably drawn 350 balloon animals in the corner.
his room was full of balloon
when you
animals.
multiply those movements, it's just a really simple way to approach certain elements of therapy.
And they're not just for patients.
Round and round, round and round.
What I've found is that the parents are usually more stressed than the child, and you'll get the child distracted or laughing or singing along, and the parents will quite often cry, like they'll be sitting in the back there going sniff, 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 because it's a release for them. So, and that's always amazing.
The other part of it is the staff in the hospital, because we go in a situation where they're under stress as well.
I enjoy having them come along as well, you know, sort of they're always lots of fun, and, you know, sometimes they'll make time to, you know, have a couple of jokes with the nurses. Even if it's a busy and stressful shift, it's great to see them, because it just kind of lightens the atmosphere, and we can see the good it does the children. Yeah.
After the 2011 quakes, clown doctors gave Christchurch an excuse to laugh when there was nothing to laugh about.
You have those guys who are tall and strong and fearless and experienced and do this job for years, and then you see them holding each other hands in a circle for a few moments and praying for a few minutes without aftershocks, because they have to go into the sky-rise building and check if someone is still there. And then all of a sudden this stupid clown jump in the middle and give them M&Ms like medication and check their blood pressure and concentration test with eyes and things, and you know, this
Just
adrenaline
breaks the tension.
breaks the tension, and they could breathe out.
As a charitable trust, they rely on donations and sponsors to provide their free weekly service.
And we would like to spread this initiative all over the country. So, but the thing is, where are the sponsors from Dunedin or Invercargill or New Plymouth?
Those are all centres that really want clown doctors, but then we need to try and focus on that area and try and raise funding in that area.
But there's nothing else they'd rather be doing.
I guess if someone wanted to give me lots of money and I could be a multi-millionaire, I'd do that. But
And be a clown.
and be a clown too. I wouldn't have to charge for it, I guess.
It's not difficult to be motivated and still stay
Yeah.
motivated for years. And I'm not going to do anything else for the rest of my life.